Excuse me if I sound like I'm about to nerd the hell out and pop off. Today we get to cover my favorite game of all time, or at least the remake of this game. Crash 3 Warped is a very special game in my life. This is the game that made me realize how much I love video games and how significant they were going to be for me going forward. Everything from the crazy characters, level designs, the boss fights, and the music had a huge effect on a young JR just discovering video games. Like I mentioned with Spyro the Dragon, it's also one of those games I play around once a year just to unwind. And back in 2017, I was fully able to play a remade version of it in the form of the N Sane Trilogy. Even though it took a few patches to get this version right, but let's not go there. If I told younger JR that one day I would get to hold a platinum trophy for this marvelous gem of a game, he probably wouldn't believe me at all. It is the easiest in the trilogy and Crash series so far, but that doesn't mean you'll get it just like that. Let me take you on a time-twisting adventure so we can get the platinum trophy for my favorite game of all time. See what I did there? Entropy would be proud. Sorry. My favorite game of all time, Crash Bandicoot 3. This is Platinum Hunters, the show where we look at everything it takes to get the Platinum Trophy and whether it's worth the effort to achieve it. Before we jump in, remember that this is one of those games that we are completing for the PlayStation Plus Collection Challenge, where we are completing all 20 games and getting all 22 Platinum Trophies. Both Crash 1 and 2 are already done and in the playlist provided in the description below. I also released a guide for Spyro the Dragon if you're fond of the purple one. I know I'm asking a lot, but as the very last thing I'm asking of you guys, please subscribe to the channel for more trophy guide videos like this one. You might just find your next Platinum Trophy. As I mentioned before, Crash 3 is the easiest plat in the N Sane Trilogy. It is the de facto place to start if you are just starting these games for the very first time and you want the challenge level to go up gradually. Unlike the other two Crash games, the time trials were in the original PS1 version of this game, and many of those time thresholds are similar to the original, meaning that they're much easier to handle. The N Sane versions of Crash 1 and 2 have very tight time trials, even at gold tier, but Crash 3 feels a lot less painful and more manageable. There are a few standouts though, but we'll outline them in due time. The full platinum run consists of beating each level, first nabbing all the crystals, and beating the game's 5 bosses. Then you're gonna go back and grab the rest of the gems that you haven't got, including the colored ones, and then the time relics at gold tier. As always, I added a bunch of helpful guides and videos if you get stuck, and they're in the description below. Let's start where we always start, and that's our resident baddies. Our sinister 6, including Uka Uka of course. My boy Tiny is back, and we get to fight him in a gladiator arena for the trophy, Tiny Trounced. Then we gotta take out this hybrid beast with a mean streak for the trophy, Penta's Revenge. Dingodile may be so damn lovable in Crash 4, but here he's looking to roast yas. By far one of my favorite bosses in the whole series though. Next, we are sparring with Entropy and the trophy, a nefarious trophy. He'll be throwing beam attacks at us and whatever this is, so you gotta make sure you dodge them in time and take him out. Okay, enough with the time puns, I get it. Then we are grabbing the Mech Wrecked Again trophy when we take on Engine's brand new mech machine with Coco. This fight right here is so damn good. In general, the fights in this game are a huge step up. And it all comes to a head when we take on the best Cortex fight in the series for the Cortex Incarcerated trophy. Not only do you have to look out for Cortex's antics, but Uka Uka and Aku Aku are throwing down right in the middle of it. And both masks don't give a crap if Crash gets in the way, so you're gonna have to dodge that too. What an amazing boss fight to end out this trilogy of adventures. That'll take you to the end of the game with all the crystals, and now we're just gonna go back and grab anything we missed, including these miscellaneous trophies. The first one that is practically unmissable is taking the scenic route, for taking your first bonus path. This can be obtained right in level 1 Toad Village, about halfway through the level. The next trophy you can get is called Warts and All, and it's Warp's first death trophy. In the G-Wiz level in Warp Room 2, find one of these wizards and let them turn you into a frog to get the trophy. Also in Warp Room 2, you can get the trophy Your Moment of Zen in the Tomb Time level. Halfway through the level, you'll see a group of pots with a monkey throwing... Wait, is he throwing what I think? Never mind. But it's best you dodge it, that's for sure. If you keep dodging him for about a minute, the monkey will give up and do this cool Zen pose. You will pop the trophy soon after. After you defeat Entropy at the end of the third warp room, you will receive the Super Spin power-up as a reward. You will need this and Coco Bandicoot to get the trophy Category 5. Coco is playable from the beginning of the game, but after you gain this new superpower, use it on 5 enemies by rapidly tapping the spin button to activate the super spin. Now that we're in Warp Room 4, head to the Sphinxinator level to get the second death trophy, keeping Crash under wraps. You will come across these bouncing sarcophagi? Yeah, that's it, sarcophagi. In order to get the trophy, you will have to spin it open first. Once the mummy pops out, let him grab you to pop the trophy. You can't get it by walking into the sarcophagus, you will need to crack it open first. After you've completed Warp Room 4, you can gain access to the Wumpa Bazooka. This thing is absolutely amazing, maybe too amazing, as it makes certain things in the game absolutely much easier. You're gonna need this beastly cannon to take care of some trophies. The first one, called Trigger Clicking Good, is located back in Toad Village, the very first level in the game. And you will have to shoot 5 chickens with bazooka in hand. Now, one run of the level isn't going to have 5 chickens, so what you can do is roast one of them and then purposely die to a nearby enemy. That way, you'll spawn right in front of another chicken. Rinse and repeat. Then head back to Tomb Time for another trophy called the Riddle of the Sphynx. Right in the very beginning where Cortex's ugly mug is, there are 2 spots on the statue that you can shoot with your bazooka to mess with it. You will know exactly where the right spot is when the reticle turns red, and they are both located underneath his chiseled chin. Hit either of these spots to get the trophy and a free life. Wicked. Speaking of extra lives, our last trophy in this section tasks us with accumulating 99 lives for the trophy A Stitch in Time Saves 99. In the other 2 Crash games, there was a trick to getting these lives very quickly, but there's no such trick in Crash 3. You're going to have to farm them the old-fashioned way by getting 100 Wumpa to get an extra life, and the best place to do this is in the level Orient Express in the first warp room. This is the level where you ride on top of Purah, and you can leave the level with 5 extra lives every time you run it, so keep farming lives there. Just remember to manually save and then reload your file every time you complete the level once, or you won't get the extra live boxes to reset. With that out of the way, we can move on to our next section, and we are going to flip the script for this final game in the trilogy. Instead, going for the time relics before we collect the gems, and there's a good reason for that. Each time you collect 5 new time relics of any grade, you will unlock a new level in the bonus warp room. 2 of these will unlock alternate routes for existing levels that will help you get the rest of the gems. The other 3 are brand new levels with their own gems and time relics, so it's important that you unlock all of these as soon as possible. You could always just get Sapphire ranks and unlock them that way. That will net you the trophy Buckle Up Boys, Buckle Up, after collecting your 5th time relic. But I personally recommend you go big from the get-go and start nailing these gold time relics. You will get Is There a Problem, Granny? For clearing 10 relics at gold tier or better, and then the ultimate goal is to get the trophy Booyah Grandma, Booyah, after completing all 30 time relics at gold tier or better. The majority of the time relics in these games are not going to be that difficult. In the last games, I really had to push myself to net gold times for a lot of levels, but in this game I found myself getting the gold relic time on my first couple of runs. I could be biased as I know this game very well, but I genuinely believe that many of these gold relics will be easy to get. That's not to say there aren't some tough runs, cause there certainly are. We are going to outline the ones that will give you a challenge. But before you attempt any of these, make sure you beat Cortex and have the running shoes. If not, don't even bother yet. Just beat the game first. The 3 toughest runs came from the Arabian levels, Hang 'em High, High Time, and Flaming Passion. In all 3 of these, the gold relic time was pretty tight, and you face off against similar issues as the sewer levels in Crash 2. These damn climbing sections have no time for chill, and you have to maneuver around the enemies without stopping if you want to get the gold time. The other issue comes from scaling these walls efficiently. Between the bounce crates, awnings, and magic carpets floating up and down, there's potential to lose a bunch of time if you mistime your jump or if you fall. These 3 levels will definitely give you some problems, but one little trick you can do in high time is shooting the clock with the fruit bazooka in this manner on screen. This will give you a couple of extra seconds off your time, and trust me, you're gonna need it. The level Tomb Waiter is another one that will be an issue with the rising water level in these sections. Not only do you have to have your time start around the water level, but throughout the run you need to contend with it. There are platforms that you can stop and rest on when the tide is high, but this is going to increase your overall time. So you have to find a bunch of platforming tricks that will keep you moving even when the water level is raised. Learning those tricks is the key to clearing this level with a good time to get the gold relic. Other levels in the game have their quirks, but on the whole you shouldn't have to worry too much about getting the gold relic times. Maybe the motorcycle levels relics can be a bit tricky to get because of the weird turning, but the rest of the levels are not too bad time-wise. If you have Crash 1 and Crash 2's plat already, you are seasoned enough to handle anything this game is gonna throw at you. What's that? There are 25 levels in the warp rooms and 3 more in the secret room. Where are the last 2 levels? Well, my perceptive friend, there are indeed 2 more levels that will make up the 30 you need. Warp features 2 secret levels that will get you more gems, time relics, and most important, trophies. The trophy UFO Jing is for finding the secret exit in Road Crash, where you need to look out for this road sign with an alien head on it. Crash right into it and you will instantly be transported to the Hot Coco jet ski level. The relic in this one is a huge pain in the ass, and I recommend looking up a guide to show you the optimum path for this gold time relic run. The other trophy for the secret exits is called Getting Carried Away, for finding the secret exit in Dynamite. Now in order to get this one, you have to have the yellow gem in your Infinity Gauntlet to access this path. The gem can be obtained from the Hang 'em High level found in the secret warp room after you've collected 10 relics, which is another reason why we are doing these relics first. You can then take the yellow gem platform to the part of the level with the secret exit, getting the trophy a cut above the rest in the process for doing your first gem path. Once you find the second pterodactyl along the path, he will carry you to your destination, which is the level Eggipus Rex. This fun 2D level features Baby T, and the gold relic run is pretty easy to get. Now that you've unlocked every level in the secret warp room and achieved all 30 gold relics, you can now complete gem dominance and grab both trophies, leave no gem unturned at the 21 gem mark, and bringing down the house for acquiring all 42 gems in the game, including the colored ones. Grabbing all the colored gems is a good place to start, so let's cover where you can find them. The red gem can be found in the level Deep Trouble in the 3rd warp room. Halfway through the level you will notice a wall of crates and what looks like another path to swim through. In order to gain access to that path, you need to swim all the way to the very end of the level and hit the exclamation crate, then backtrack all the way to the crate wall where there is now a TNT. Trip the TNT and this will allow you to take the path all the way to the red gem. Grabbing the red gem will unlock the gem path in the level Boneyard in Warp Room 1, and that'll get you another clear gem. We already talked about the yellow gem from Hang 'em High's alternate route in the secret warp room, and the Dynamite yellow gem path already, so that one is clear. The last 3 gems, the purple, blue, and green gems, are all found in the game's 3 death routes. The purple gem is in the high time level, the blue gem is in Tomb Waiter, and the green gem is in Flaming Passion. Remember, in order to hop on the death route platform, you need to make it to that platform without dying. It's okay to die inside the death route, but you will have to restart if you die beforehand. The trophy, Not a Scratch, Give It Time, will also unlock after you ride your very first death route platform. Don't forget about the colored gem paths after you get them. The purple gem path is located in the Tomb Time level, the blue gem path in the Sphinxinator level, and the green gem path is in the level Gone Tomorrow. There is also one more gem path to worry about in the level Buglight, which is the Multicolored Gem Path. Just like Crash 2, Warped has its very own Multicolored Gem Path, where you need to have all 5 gems to fully complete it. Now that you are set to grab the rest of the clear gems in the game, don't forget to grab the gems from the 2 secret levels as well, because there is a separate trophy called Giving 102% for getting the clear gems in both the Hot Coco and Eggipus Rex levels. So after you've collected the final gem and the final gold relic, you are almost done with the Crash 3 Platinum Trophy run. There is one more sneaky trophy to grab, and it is found in the very first level. To get the trophy, accept no substitutes, you first need to get 100% game completion to get the imposter to come out of his hiding place. Then, halfway through the level Toad Village, look for the imposter in the background of the level. Gasp! It's Fake Crash! Get him! Pull out your Wumpa Bazooka and blast him to get the final trophy you need. Headshot, baby! Ha! That's what you get, imposter. It's time to do the Crash Dance, party people, because congratulations! You will be awarded the Vincible Crash Bandicoot Platinum Trophy for the insane version of my favorite game of all time, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Just before you decide to put this game down and bask in your glory, Crash 3 has an extra level just like Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 more trophies to nab. Unlike Stormy Ascent where the level was cut from the original game, Future Tense is a brand new level made by Vicarious Visions in the theme of the Future Frenzy / Gone Tomorrow levels. The end result is absolutely incredible and easily one of the very best levels you can play in this version of Warped. Vivi finds a way to build a level that even surprises veterans of the game with clever crate placements and new mechanics. Luckily, the 2 trophies are nowhere near as difficult as the ones in Stormy Ascent. The first one can be gotten right at the beginning of the level. It's called Fruit Fighter. Use your Wumpa Bazooka to blast a UFO scooting around the level background. A very nice and easy one before we get into a more difficult one. The second trophy is called The Future is Clear, and it's awarded for bringing home the clear gem after smashing all 145 crates in this level. This is significantly harder because the level has a death route that you will need to reach without dying, and the run up to this platform is littered with freaking nasty obstacles. Once you reach a checkpoint inside of the death route, you will be allowed to die again, which makes the rest of the crate collecting easier. However, I do recommend using the guide provided below to help you not only get to that death route point, but also show you where all the crates are, because Vicarious Visions, you guys are sneaky. Overall, Crash 3 is not that difficult of a Platinum Trophy run compared to the other 2 games. It is the de facto place to start trophy collecting if you just picked up your copy of N Sane Trilogy and want to get used to the mechanics of the series. If this is the last stop on the journey, then choo choo, you are going to have a pretty easy time with Warp's Plat. I don't want to undervalue some of the time trials though, as you're still going to have to put some work in to get the gold relics. I can just recommend this one a whole lot easier than the others because of how much less head bashing you'll do collecting each gold tier time relic. No matter where you start in the N Sane Trilogy though, just know that all 3 of these games are classics and worthy of your top shelf on your trophy case. I love the Crash series and want as many people to enjoy these games as possible. Play them just because they are amazing and then go for trophy supremacy when you're ready. I hope all 3 of my guides here on Platinum Hunters lead to you obtaining all 3 Platinum trophies one day. Thank you guys so much for watching. That completes the N Sane Trilogy trophy guide videos and also puts another one in the PlayStation Plus collection challenge down. Let me know how many of these games you've completed from the list of 20 games down in the comments section. And if this video helped you increase that number by 1 more, that makes me happy. Let me know that too. I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe for more trophy guide videos and enjoy your trophy hunting expeditions. Peace out.